everybody, JC here with another T&I toy review. And for today's review, we're going to take a look at the new DC Collectibles 7-inch scale DC Comics Supervillains New 52 Poison Ivy figure. Now this figure comes packaged in the same style of window box packaging we've seen with all the new 52 figures from this line. You've got black and green colors for the packaging to match the character. You've got the figure clearly displayed in the window box packaging, and then you've got the name of the character down below. On the one side you've got the darkened in image of the character, and then on the other side you have an actual image of the figure. It tells us the figure stands approximately 6.75 inches tall, and that this figure was sculpted by Karen Palinko. And then finally on the back we have a little thumbnail image of the figure, and then a look at the other two figures in this wave. The Harley Quinn figure, which we looked at yesterday, and then the Joker figure, the new 52 Joker figure that has yet to be released. Okay, so let's get this open and take a look at what's inside. Okay, so here's a look at the figure outside of the packaging. And I think the detail on this figure is pretty nice. I like the sculpting on the face much better than I like the Harley Quinn face sculpt that we saw yesterday. I like the detailing on the costume with the sculpting of the leaves and the vines. That all came out looking really good. The figure itself, the costume is all black within the green for the leaves and vines and everything. And there's a little bit of wash work with the leaves and stuff. Some of the leaves are darker green and other leaves are lighter green. And she's also got some leaves in her hair. I like the shading in her hair. I think that looks pretty good. You know, she's got the red hair, but then some dark streaks in it to give it added detail. So I think that came out looking pretty good. And the hair itself, she's got really long hair, but it's a very soft, rubbery type material, so it doesn't really restrict the movement of the figure too much at the head, so that's pretty good. And then again, I really like the face sculpt on this one. I think the face sculpt looks really good. She's got the green, kind of neon green lipstick, and then kind of eyeshadow as well, and then again some more like vines coming down her face. So overall, in the green eyes. So overall, I think, you know, really nice looking head sculpt. Now the figure has does not come with any accessories, so the figure is basically all you get with this one. And just for one other little detail, you can see her toes through her costume at her feet. I don't think she really wears boots of any kind. It's almost like a stocking or something that she wears around her feet. So I like how they've kind of sculpted so you can see her toes. It's kind of a little nice added detail there. So the figure stands 6.75 inches tall, just like stated on the packaging. You can see she's basically the same height as the Harley Quinn figure, so they're roughly the same height. And then here she is next to the Greg Capullo new 52 Batman figure, and you can see that Batman figure is just a little bit taller. So I seem to recall Poison Ivy being a bit on the tall side, so I think the scale fits about right with this one. So articulation on this figure, like with the Harley Quinn figure, is not great. It's not horrible, but it's certainly not a super articulated figure. The head is on a standard ball joint, so she can look left and right pretty good. And as I said, because the hair is kind of that soft rubber material, it doesn't really restrict the movement of the head too much, which is good. She does not have much in the way of up or down movement. She can look up a little bit, but really just not a whole lot of up or down movement there at the head. The arms are attached with your standard ball hinge joint. Now because of the way the vines are sculpted on her arms, on her costume, they're kind of raised up a little bit. And so you just want to be careful when you're like putting the arm straight out or rotating it, not to rub those vines, because they do stick out a little bit on the costume. She does have a bicep swivel. And she also has a single hinged elbow, so she can bend her elbow about that much. No wrist articulation at all, no swivel or anything, unfortunately. No midsection articulation on this one either, no waist swivel. Legs are attached with your standard ball joints, and they seem to be, you know, sturdy joints, so I don't think you're going to have to worry about breakage on this one. She can do the splits about that much. She can get her leg forward about that much, so she can't really get her leg too forward on this one. And that's about as back as they can get the leg, basically because of the way the butt is sculpted. She does have thigh swivel, single hinged knee, so she can bend her knee about that much, and then she has a hinge on the ankle but no pivot or swivel, so she's got some up or down movement with the feet, but that's it. And then 2 peg holes on the bottom of her feet. Okay, so that's my review. Overall, I think this is a nice looking figure. I think DC Collectibles did a nice job with the sculpting and the face sculpt and everything on this one. So I definitely think it looks nice. It's a little, plain. There's not a whole lot to it. There's no accessories or anything like that. Maybe some vines that she, could use to like wrap around other figures or something. Detachable vines or something would have been nice. But, overall, I would say the figure looks nice. If you're a fan of Poison Ivy, then I think you'll definitely want to pick this one up. But don't expect, it's not super articulated. And like I said, there's not really anything in the way of accessories. So other than to pose it on your shelf, there's not a whole lot you can do with the figure. But again, I do think they did a nice job with the overall sculpting and everything. So this figure is hitting shelves now. If you want to pick it up, check your local comic or specialty shop or online e-tailer that sells DC Collectibles. And we'll have a full gallery of images of this figure over at toynewseye.com. There's a link in the description below. And as always, we ask please leave a comment. Let us know what you think. If you're so inclined, please like the video. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. Until next time, I'll catch you later.